Imagine a young student named Adam. He always dreamed of learning English, but he was confused because he heard two different types of English: British English and American English. One day, Adam decided to travel and see the difference himself. When Adam landed in London, UK, he noticed people speaking in a very polite and formal way. For example, when he asked for directions, a man smiled and said, "Excuse me, sir, you just need to walk straight and you will find the underground." Adam was surprised because in the USA people call it the subway, but in the UK they say underground. Later, Adam was hungry and went to a small cafe. He asked for French fries, but the waiter smiled and said, "Oh, you mean chips." In the UK, French fries are called chips, while in the USA they call them fries. Adam laughed and thought, wow, same food, but different words. After a week in London, Adam traveled to New York, USA. The moment he arrived, he felt the energy of the city. People talked faster, with more confidence. For example, when Adam asked someone about the nearest restroom, the man said quickly, "Yeah, it's right over there, buddy." Adam realized that in the USA people say restroom, but in the UK people usually say toilet or loo. One funny thing happened in a shop. In the UK, Adam bought a jumper, which means sweater, but when he said jumper in New York, the shopkeeper laughed and said, "Oh, you mean a sweater." Adam understood something very important. Whether it's UK English or US English, the meaning is almost the same. The words are just different. He thought, English is not about fear of mistakes. It's about confidence and understanding people. So Adam decided to keep learning, practicing both styles. When he went back home, he told his friends, "Don't worry about UK or US English. Just speak, learn, and enjoy. Both are beautiful in their own way." Adam's journey continued. After spending a few days in New York, he began to notice even more differences between British and American English. One day, Adam was walking in the city when he needed to buy some everyday items. In the UK, he had asked for a rubber at the shop, and the shopkeeper gave him what he wanted, an eraser. But when Adam used the same word rubber in America, the cashier laughed a little and said, "You mean an eraser?" Because in the US, the word rubber usually means something completely different. Adam felt embarrassed, but he also laughed with them, realizing how fun and interesting these differences were. Later that evening, Adam met some students in a library. In the UK, the word holiday is used when people talk about vacations. So, Adam said, "I had a nice holiday in London." The American student smiled and replied, "Oh, you mean vacation." Adam quickly learned that in the USA, they prefer to say vacation, while in the UK, people almost always say holiday. Another day, Adam wanted to cross the street. In London, there were signs saying, "Mind the gap," and "Zebra crossing," which guided him carefully. But in New York, people simply said crosswalk. The difference seemed small, but Adam loved discovering these little things because every new word made him feel richer in knowledge. Adam also noticed the way people expressed politeness. In the UK, when he asked for something in a shop, people would say, "Here you are," with a gentle smile. But in the US, people often said, "Here you go," in a friendly and quick way. Both were polite, but the tone and style were different. Adam felt that the UK style was more formal, while the US style was more casual and energetic. One day, while staying at a friend's house in America, Adam asked, "Where is the dustbin?" His friend looked confused for a second, then laughed and said, "Oh, you mean the trash can." In the UK, it's dustbin, while in the US, it's trash can or garbage can. Adam smiled and repeated the words, trying to remember them, thinking how fun it was to compare them. By now, Adam was not only learning English, he was also learning confidence. At first, he was shy, afraid of using the wrong word. But with every mistake, he realized something important. People don't laugh at you to hurt you, they laugh because language is full of surprises. That night, Adam wrote in his diary, "I don't want to choose only one style of English. I want to learn both, so I can connect with more people in the world." Words are like bridges, they help us cross from one culture to another. Weeks passed, and Adam's journey was coming to an end. He had experienced both the UK and the USA, and now he felt like a completely different person. At first, he was nervous, afraid of making mistakes. But now, he realized something powerful. Mistakes are not failures, they are lessons. One morning in Washington, Adam was invited to give a short talk in a language class. He stood in front of students who were just like him, learners, shy and worried. Adam smiled and began to share his story. He said, "When I first arrived in London, I didn't even know the difference between a lift and an elevator. I asked for chips in America and got potato chips, not fries. I asked for a dustbin, but people gave me a trash can. At first, I felt lost. But slowly, I realized that every word is a window to a new culture." The students listened carefully. Adam continued, "If you learn British English, it doesn't mean you can't understand American English. And if you learn American English, it doesn't mean you can't understand British English. You just need to keep your heart open. Because English is not only about grammar or vocabulary, it's about connection." He paused for a moment, his voice soft but emotional. "Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Don't be afraid if people correct you. Every mistake you make is one step closer to becoming confident. Trust me, I made many mistakes, but each mistake made me stronger." After the class, one student came to him and said, "Thank you, Adam. I was afraid to speak English, but now I feel brave." Adam smiled and replied, "That's the secret. Confidence is the real language of the world." On his last night in New York, Adam walked near the bright lights of Times Square. He looked up at the glowing billboards and whispered to himself, "Language is not just words, it's friendship, culture, and hope. I came here to learn English, but I discovered something bigger. I discovered myself." With that thought, Adam closed his diary and wrote the final line. "No matter where you are, UK or USA, your voice matters. Speak, learn, and never give up."